Ladies and gentlemen, look what I'm loading up on ARMA REFORGER right now. You better believe it. This is Chernarus, but this is from ARMA II, like how I used to know it. If you're an OG, you'll know it from there. From what I'm about to show you anyway, you're going to do a full map tour. But there is, obviously, you got the ARMA 3 variants, the DayZ, ARMA 2, ARMA 3 variants, the standalone variants. There's so much. But you've got all the classic locations. All the map is still the same. You've still got Northwest Airfield. But you've actually got, unlike the old map, Electro and Cherno, and the main place is down at the seafront. So this is by Bonzi-Soap. Chernarus Minus, it's called. It's 1.53 gigabytes. You've got Wolves Building Pack on there, which is also 650 megabytes. So you're talking 2 gigabytes. Then you got another 500, 2.5 gigabytes. And then that's nothing. So for 2.5 gig, you've got the Chernarus map. We've just loaded in. Novi Sobor. You notice that hasn't got like Prison Island or anything over here. So I guess we just start at the end and we're going to go through it. So if you have a look, this is the actual map. And you've got all the main locations. Green Mountain, Vibor, Northwest, Grishno up there. You've got Northeast Airfield. And look, Berezino and places like that. These names, Salinci, oh my god. Even just saying the names just brings me back. Like, I got into ARMA through basically Frankie on PC, already played ARMA 2. Yeah, I'm ancient. And they were the days, literally. DayZ and ARMA 2 and ARMA 3 was so sick. So you notice on like the standalone version around here, you'd have maybe a military base, and I think there's a few houses there. You'd have Prison Island hanging around there. It's the island with a prison on it. This is, remember, ARMA 2, so I think there's a bit more to come to the map. Let's go through. So one of the locations, look. Right, we're coming up to Balota. So you remember you spawn in Balota, you've got your town. And look at all these buildings. Literally, man. So how cool is that? This is honestly, maybe it's just me, but I am nostalgiaed up right now, boys. I actually am looking in these houses, at the houses. Look, holy, this is cool. So you had Balota the main town. Sometimes the Balota spawn was quite popular because you'd run over and this would be your military loot. They did change it in the future. There was a big line of hangars down this way, maybe a crashed C-130 on the runway. You definitely had these warehouses here with that building and the ATC there, yep. And then maybe some more hangars along the side. But remember, this is the ARMA 2 Chernarus Community Remake. That is, the description is, this is a fully playable remake of the original Chernarus from ARMA 2. All assets, height map, satemaps were user created. No assets, designs, or references were used outside of ARMA 2 to stay compliant to Bohemia's policy. It's an ongoing work in progress, and it will be updated frequently. So this came out on the 29th of the 9th, and I don't know why I'm only seeing it now, honestly. So if anyone knows of any mods that come out and, you know, I'm not currently making, just DM me on Discord, man. If you want a mod going over, you want a mod featuring, look at this. So we're heading into Chernogorsk right now. You've got the church, you've got the flats, you got these big industrial buildings down there, plants. Many a battles, many a zombies fought in here. But looking really accurate and really good. Obviously, it still says it's a work in progress. We've got warehouses there, warehouse there. You've got the big cranes hanging into the water as well. Just looking at this layout, I know absolutely everything, everywhere. This is crazy. Should we have a train track around this variant? ARMA 2 train track going all the way around. Maybe that's to be added. We need working trains in Reforger. I think there's a lighthouse on there. And a house. You got around there, you got the mountain, the height map, and everything is all accurate. And moving around, we should be into Electro now. So this is where he started Electro. He's got the cranes on there. We've got all this cool stuff. You've got the construction factories. So there was a big sort of port area. It definitely needs filling in a bit, but that is actually sick. Go down here. I think This was the police station. Yeah, it's a different building. Unless I'm thinking of something else. That's the actual hospital building, but if this is the... Oh, it does. It opens up and goes through. Does it go upstairs? No way. I saw one of these before, but it sort of closed itself off at the front. Alright, you got the power station there as well. We're going to go inland soon. Yeah, because look, that's a train yard. I remember that had the train tracks going in. The train tracks would cross over the road there, so... Moving around, you got the islands. You had like a military bunker on there. Gone past Electrogorsk, moving up to Kamishovo. Let's go, Kamishovo. So, really bloody cool. We are going to be on this later as well on my server. This is on Task Force Gaming Server 1 right now. I've already added it, so... And it's got like 17 gigs of mods if you're interested. But public servers on there all the time. I'm going live later today as well. Look at all this. Alright, going up into the valley. We've gone round. You've got Tulga there. 3 valleys now. It's where all the road splits off. I've got the 25k view distance mod on as well, so we can see it properly. Otherwise, it'd be a bit foggy. Alright, Solnichny. Going through. It does, man. You can just tell where you are, honestly. Got the bridge there going across. Big construction. The amount of times I've ran down this road, holy. Alright, the factory there. Another bridge. Should be coming up to below it. You got all the farm fields. Is that the orchard? Sick. You got the cranes there. You should have a petrol station. I remember because it used to make blowing up noises, but there was a couple of tall buildings out here somewhere along the coast that you could climb, and you could see directly through the police station windows. So when people was in there looting, you could slap them with a Mosin Nagant. But yeah. This is awesome. I think he's going and just placed all the buildings and the roads and everything on there. And then he's got a load more to do as well. We're up at Northeast Airfield next to Klen, which used to be the hero trader on the hill, which is pretty insane. So this was the smaller, not as good airfield. And it did go a little bit longer. And then you had some barracks and stuff up there, I believe. So we've still got to make the full length of the airfield there. Then we'll be able to use it with planes and stuff. Right, coming up into Krasno now. We're still in the northeast. Look at this. You've got the shop. The OG shops, man. Used to come in and get some food. Not to try and starve to death. That's it. There's always a zombie stuck in the back here. Used to come and lick these shelves. It's never really that good in there. You've got the garages, churches. Look at this thing. It's all the same. This is so good. But this has only been out for less than a week. And the buildings are where it wants to be. The trees, the roads, all that. There's still a lot to add to make it lived in and, you know, fill it up. But if you look at the building placements and stuff, there is a lot to do. But he did say it is a work in progress. But I'd very much like to be in the loop on what's happening on here. Is very invested into how this map is going to turn out in the future. I can't wait. You got to get that. Get your DMR out, boys. Your green DMR. Where we come up to now? Just gone through Dubrovka. You got Gorka up ahead. Place is Gorka. And if you know the Cherno layout, you must be with me on this. I feel like the houses are just placed straight on top of the grass and all that, but it's a work in progress. I'm excited for the future of this thing. Okay, moving down. Yeah, we should be doing Novi Sobor and Starry Sobor. So this is Novi. Going into these buildings. Should recognize it all. You got the church in Novi as a famous marker. Going down, Starry. I don't know if the military base was up here. It's not yet, but there is room for it. See, there's lots to do. There'll be tents and all stuff there. It's a good little military area around there to get a loot on. You got Big Red, the warehouse. You know, very famous building on here. And going through, you've got the church there. I feel the churches need to be bigger. I think there was a bigger church there. But again, the shops. Going through Cabino. Got the pub. Going into Vibor. Oh, I'm so good. Got construction place there. And this is quite a built up village. Going through Vibor. Got a empty garage there. Got another shop. Oh, these were little medical buildings. Still, that's the pub. Okay, wasn't the one I was thinking of. But that is, yeah, you got the pub there. You used to go in there and grab some food, usually off the sides and on the tables. You can find stuff. I think there was like a bluey sort of building that looked like that. I think it had the white fence out the front. Look at this. They've even got the statues and that in there. Insane. Drugstore. Should be near. Oh, there it is. Okay. Well, we go to Northwest in a minute. You've got a... So this is Green Mountain. You'll remember that. Like military building, like prison. God damn, this is so accurate, man. Northwest, a very famous place to battle. There's a lot to do here. All this down here has got to be buildings leading on. Maybe he's going for the full ARMA II experience, or he's going to add the extra stuff as well. But you got all the hangars across here. This is where I've just set the spawn up on my server. We've got the ATC. You got the fire building. And then along here was the banger loot, because you'd get all the army barracks along the way. Yeah, look, they've probably got to be put in. Unless he's planning on using these as like army. There's a garage. Another garage. Prison building. You got the warehouses there. You'd have Tizzy further up. But along here would be all the green fences and stuff. It'd be all the army bases and things that on there. And then you'd have Tizzy up over here. So there's still some places to get put in. But look, it is bloody huge, right? I've got 25k view distance on. These are like the unknown parts of the map. You never really came over here. Yeah, this is huge. You got full forest. Chucking the winterized terrain over the top of this might be good, but it's very autumny right now, which is pretty cool. Can we get a sunset? Yeah, the sun coming over. Look at this, man. So much land. Green Mountain. That is beautiful. Thumbnail. So, boys and girls, comment below what you think to this ARMA II Chernarus map. Let me know. It's the first time we've actually had electro and things like that in these places. Because we only had one other Cherno before and it's been removed. Well, this uses the wolf building pack as well. But you can see how bushes need putting in and all the vegetation. And you just need to make it more, you know, the fences, there's walls. The dude obviously says it's a work in progress, so he's going to keep going on with it, I hope to hell. But yeah, he just needs filling in, basically. This is just a bloody good start, to be honest. And I can't wait to play it more as it gets updated each time. Yeah, it looks absolutely sick, guys. Well, thanks very much for watching. Just a short video. Here's a map showcase. Thoughts and feelings in the comments below. Like, subscribe, jump in the server. I'm on tonight doing a 4 or 5 hour stream. So hopefully see you there. Catch you in a bit, guys. Peace.